Yo, what's going on, Epic 7? I'm Sue, and this is Floor 1 of the Abyss Challenge Mode. Before I jump into the fight, its mechanics, who I'm playing, and why, I want to talk about how Challenge Mode is different than normal Abyss. You see, Challenge Mode can be harder than normal Abyss in some cases if you're trying to clear the fights as they are intended. It can also be significantly easier, though, if you're willing to clear floors multiple times. You see, Abyss Challenge Mode uses a star system just like with the game's Adventure Mode. Clearing the floor gives you 1 star, but to get full rewards, you'll need to clear each level with a full 3 stars. Usually, the second star requires you to clear the fight while fulfilling some mechanic. As you can see here, defeat the boss without triggering outrage. We'll talk more about that in a minute. The third star is usually some type of restriction on the units that you can play. So for example, clear without a starting 5-star hero, right? So no Brieg, no Tamarin, no Vivian, etc. Speaking of units you can play, you cannot play duplicate classes in Abyss Challenge Mode. If Adventurer Raz is your knight, for example, then you cannot use another knight, so no Brieg, right? So no Raz Brieg combo like you saw in Abyss 120 in the previous guide series. If you struggle to use my strategies in this series, please try to break the fight down into parts. Maybe use your rare 5 stars to do the second star, clear the fight using the mechanics properly, then come back, do it a second time with low rarity characters, ignoring the mechanics entirely. At the end of the day, if you get all the rewards, who cares how many tries it took? This first floor in this video is super easy, but in subsequent floors, such as the next one, floor 2, you may not have the specific characters needed to clear it in one go. I'll try to point those out whenever possible, and again, try to use the lowest rarity I can to clear floors in one try, without using limiteds or moonlights. But again, for example, like with floor 2, you may have to do it a second time. It's just significantly easier for most people involved. I don't really want to give you some, crazy obscure team using 3 stars no one has built and it's just a huge RNG fiesta when you could just play Sigret from your Wyvern team and just do it a second time super easy, right? Makes sense? Got it? Good. Anyways, moving on to who we're actually fighting, we are going to be facing off against Purgus. Now, the core mechanic of the fight is Hero's Bluff. It inflicts trial on himself at the start, which basically says that if you ever actually get stunned by any of his attacks, anyone gets stunned, right? Cleansing doesn't save you. If you ever get hit with the stun debuff, you fail the trial, and he goes into outrage. So if you want that second star, you cannot get stunned in this fight. Now, how does he stun you? There are 2 ways. First is this passive Heroic Mastery. During your turns, if you use an AoE attack, he will counter and stun your entire team. So you cannot use AoE attacks, right? That's first and foremost. He will also do it every 4 turns as his ultimate. So all you really need to do is make sure that you have units that either have high enough effect resistance that they cannot be stunned, or just have a way to give immunity to your entire team, and then he can't stun you, period, right? That is basically the entire fight. Just single target damage, make sure you have immunity or high ER on all of your characters, bum rush him down. Super, super simple. Let's talk about who we're playing and why. So, for our tank, we are going to be on Adventurer Raz with Aureus as our artifact here, right? Main reason we're playing Adventurer Raz, if you have his actual tree invested in, Command Strike gives him immunity and also the highest attack character on your team. So by soul burning Raz's S2, you are guaranteed that half of your team has immunity and therefore will not trigger outrage. Aureus again here as our artifact, health percentage on our necklace, health percentage on our ring, and boosts our speed. You only need 35% effectiveness for this fight. As for our healer, it's going to be Angelic Montmorency because we cannot use Tamarin because 1, she is a 5-star, and 2, she has AoE attacks which will trigger outrage. The reason we're playing Angelic Montmorency, aside from her being just the best 3-star healer pretty much in the game, is Earnest Prayer, gives immunity to an ally for 2 turns, and if you soul burn it, gives the entire team immunity, so that way you cannot trigger outrage, right? As for what we're playing on, Magaraja's Tome here as the artifact, health percentage on the necklace, effect resistance on the ring, boots are going to be speed. Try to make sure your effect resistance is over 150%. 180 if you want to be kind of safe on this thing. Basically, if her ER is so high that Purgus cannot stun her, Again, it's another character you don't have to worry about getting outraged, right? So if she's high ER, and then you have Roz, and your highest attack damage dealer being covered by immunity, that's 3/4 her team that you don't have to worry about. Now, as for our primary DPS, it's Commander Lorena. I mean, it's the best single target DPS in Abyss in the game. And we cannot use AoE attacks on this floor. So who's better than Lorena, right? Not really much else to say. The queen of the original Abyss Guide series. Daydream Joker as our artifact. Critical hit damage as our necklace. Attack percentage as our ring. And boots are going to be attack percentage. Now for the last slot, you can play anything you want here as long as it has a decent shot of not actually getting stunned. So for me, I've decided to go with Savior Auden because it is a 3-star that everyone has access to as long as you are willing to invest the time. The other thing about Savior Auden here is that her S2 gives her 50% evasion, and most artifacts, including the one that she comes with, gives 20% evasion. So 70% of the time, when he goes for the stun on his ultimate, she dodges and therefore cannot be stunned. Feel free to use any 4-star or lower rarity character in this slot that has immunity or dodge. You can play literally anything. It does not have to be Savior Auden. Just pick whatever the best single target DPS you have in the slot is that gives itself immunity or has high ER or has some kind of dodge rate built into the kit, right? That's pretty much it. I don't think I have to explain too much there. As for the right side, in case you do have Savior on, want to see what it is, critical hit damage on the necklace, attack percentage on the ring, boots are speed. All right, now that you know who we're playing and the mechanics of the fight, let's go through and show you how an actual run is done. So you may have noticed there that Auden got hit and countered with an AoE attack at the start. And you might be thinking, oh, well, why didn't he AoE stun us back? It's only when you AoE during your turn. So Savior Auden is perfectly fine. At the start here, we're going to want to use Smite. And that is just simply so we can build up 10 souls as fast as possible for Roz. Because we need to start the train going. We need to start spamming our S2. We want to S1 here.
I'll keep going. It's hard,
S3 for the souls.
but I won't give up. I'll help you. It's going to be okay.
S2 for the cycling.
The shield does not back down.
S3 again for the souls.
Everything.
If I must fight.
S1.
Is it my turn?
All right, we can go S2 for the cycling.
I will do my best. That must have been painful. I fight with the power
S1 here.
All right.
All right, now we can soul burn, and that'll give hopefully Lorena
Take this.
immunity.
Let's fight together. My spear will protect everyone. I'll keep going.
All right, we can S3 for the souls. Now everyone has immunity, so we're good.
My turn. It's going to be okay.
S2 for the cycling.
Started.
Can soul burn here.
I hope you're ready.
Keep Lorena
I'm ready.
with immunity.
The Order of the Shield does not back down.
I will shake the ground.
And you see 3 immunities, and because of my high ER, Montmorency is unaffected.
As long as I have something.
S1 with Auden.
I'll help never lose. Here I go.
S2 for the heal.
If I must fight.
S1 because we don't have the souls.
Wait! The spirit of a commander.
S3 for the souls.
In the point of my spear. I'll keep going.
Good S2.
Going to be okay. Don't worry. I'm here. Is it my turn?
It's S3 for the souls. Also the cycling
Really want to
from
help.
Tome.
I'll protect
Or we
you.
can burn here.
Take this.
Let's fight together. I will continue my training. I will do my best. That must have been painful. As long as I have something to protect, I will never lose. going. Here I go.
Heal up again.
Right. Let's
Soul
do
burn
this.
again.
This won't be an easy fight.
I'm ready. The Order of the Shield.
And then just S1 here. And another W for Commander Lorena. And that is Abyss Challenge Mode Floor 1 in a nutshell. As always, if you have any questions about Challenge Mode, its mechanics, or this fight, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. And if there, as always, are alternative teams that you use to clear this, you can let people know again down in the comment section below. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and I'll see you all in Abyss Challenge Mode Floor 2. Later now.